Welcome back to another episode of Meant to Vent Podcast News. My name is Jaime, and what I like to do on this channel, if you're new here, I like to do my reactions and opinions on some trending news around the world. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate a like and subscription. And with that said, let's get on with some headlines. Well. There's a lot going on these days. 2025 started off with a bang, literally. New Year's Eve, there was a crazy thing that happened. A guy drives through with a truck through a crowd through New Orleans. There is an assassination on a CEO of a big medical industry, right? Also, there was a truck loaded with explosives that blew in front of a Trump building. A lot of crazy things have been going on. And the drones are still flying around unattended. And nobody seems to be given no more information about the drones. Also, nobody seems to be caring about them now that these other biggish situations have been happening. It's a lot of stuff going on. And what do? There's also a mysterious fog. Like, people are talking about this mysterious fog going around that are getting people sick. And it could be allegedly getting people sick in some places, wherever this fog is going through. And there's been a lot of video and footage of this fog. And, people are claiming that it's, causing some health effects and things like that in a negative way. And there's been rumors and speculation of what it could be. Like, is it a bioweapon, or is it all these crazy things going on, A lot of people say, like I said, is this some kind of weapon from another country? Is this some kind of weird technology we don't know about? There's all kinds of weird speculations and things going on. Other people are saying it could be some of the BS that was gathered from all of 2024's election time. When all these people were gathering all this BS and spewing it out into the world, into the ether, that it all bunched up into this weather cell and just started flowing through the places and started getting people sick with all this BS. And people were breathing it in and getting sick. That was another theory. Not saying it's true. It was just a rumor. But there's a lot of things going on here, and it seems like they're going off really fast. One after another. It seems like, and it's almost like they're in a race or something. Like, who's going first? Like, it's my turn. No, I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go. Or are these people in I almost feel like they're in a hurry to start some kind of riots or some sort of apocalypse, or this very much needed reset. Sometimes I feel like we might need one of those, because times are getting a little wild. It's just a little, every corner you turn, there's some kind of weird static going on, and it just seems like it's just too much for some people. And like I said, we had an assassination attempt on one of our presidential candidates, who's now, going to be our president once again. And the guy was cremated really fast. Nobody heard anything about him ever since then. That was it. They got rid of the guy, cremated him, boom, that's it. Let's not talk about the guy. Let's move on. And that's it. He's done. Another guy pulls out an assassination attempt. And on this, medical, and the guy who did the CEO, and we know this guy's whole favorite color. We know what foods he likes. We know, his favorite songs. We know all kinds of things he likes. We know his best friends. We knew his whole friends group. It was kind of wild. We even knew damn near his bowel cycle. It was really weird the way they decided to throw this information out on certain situations to maybe extend or spew the situation or content a little longer. I don't know what it's for. It's kind of interesting though how you get some information on one thing and then you get none on another. It kind of raises a little more questions, and I feel like it creates a little more of these theories and speculations that sometimes can get a lot of attention, and, maybe the people don't like the attention they're getting from them, but it's kind of their faults when you give us a lack of information on some of these things. People are going to think the worst most of the time, because a lot of times we haven't got positive reactions from certain situations like this. So you can't blame us. You really can't blame us. And so the guy from this Bourbon Street attack, they say he was an American citizen, and I guess he was trained by our army. He was an army soldier did a lot of years of service. And apparently joined this, I think it was a terror group, I believe. And this is what they're allegedly saying. And then he committed this act. And then apparently the Tesla bomber was a guy who was also an American citizen who was trained by our army. And this guy supposedly suffered a gunshot wound before the explosions went off. And then the car, and that's kind of interesting. But they said he was burned beyond recognition also. But they could still recognize that he shot himself before the explosion. This is where I feel like, you're getting those information. You're like, come on, I don't understand. You get some information, then you don't get some information. And sometimes it always bothers me when we have some crazy events like these, and it's almost like our news already has a script ready for these such events. Like they know exactly what happened. They already give you this information. They have a lot of details pretty much when some of these things happen. They'll tell you, oh, we don't have this much and this much. And then, you wait 1 hour to get the green light. Then you got, like I said, you got the whole guy's bio, or you got the whole whatever happened. You got the whole biopic going. And so it's really creepy when you kind of have these things. And all these crazy events are just lined up, ready to happen. It's like there's rumors of other events happening. Like my football team, who's, has a really big game coming up this weekend. They're saying there's increased security there. Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans. I believe it's going to be there, and there should probably be some, other, or increased security for those other big events. Other football games that are happening. The seasons, everybody has their last games of the year. There's playoff games coming in different cities. I think we should just be prepared and have some more security ready. Other citizens too, probably maybe keep your eyes open. If you see something, say something, like they used to say back in the day. Nobody seems to be saying shit now. Everybody kind of like, if you see something, just film something. That's what everybody seems to do now. Like, see something, film something. Just pull your phone out real quick. And I think we just got to be ready and be careful out here because, like I spoke on a previous episode about the January 21st, when President Trump, takes office once again. I feel like maybe they are waiting for the good stuff on that day. Like, we're already getting this stuff here, and he's not in office yet. I mean, just wait. Look what's going on brewing over, and I think it's somewhere over in China. There's people getting sick right now. They claim that they're overwhelming hospitals right now of a mysterious virus. And like we probably won't know what it is till January 21st when they probably let it come here then. That's probably when it's going to go down. That's probably what they're waiting for. They're just like, look, you guys see this? In 2 weeks, you'll find out what it is. Just wait and see. Stay tuned. That's what the news is waiting to say right now. Like, just stay tuned. America will know shortly. It's only January 5th. But yep, I can feel it. I feel like that's when they're going to really let all the good stuff up. Like, we'll find out what the drones are on the 21st. We'll find out if there's aliens or if they're not aliens, if they're interdimensional beings, if they're demons, like some people say, or if they're not, if they're just, secret government program that we just don't know about. But we'll have to wait and see. And if it does happen, don't forget that you heard it here first. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent Podcast News. Till next time, see ya.